Hey everyone, and welcome to The Horror Show. My name is Cecil Laird.
And I'm Morgue-N.
Today we're going to be reviewing the movie Absentia from 2011, directed by Mike Flanagan.
Danny?
These, let's call them lucid dreams that you're having. They started about the time you decided to declare him dead in absentia. You're describing visual, auditory, even tactile hallucinations.
He's not the only one, not even close. They declared Walter dead in 2002. I ran into him just last week.
You see me?
Left behind a son who says his dad was taken away by a monster.
It's sleeping.
So in Absentia, there is a lady named Trisha, and her husband has been missing for 7 years.
Yes, 7 years.
And she has to file for death in Absentia because her husband's been missing and they've been trying to track him, and there's no record of him being alive whatsoever.
And the state has a ruling that says that the person has to be missing for 7 years before they can be officially declared dead in absentia.
So she has her younger sister, who is Callie.
Right, Callie?
Move in with her. And Callie's had kind of a sketchy past with drugs and running away, and so she's not necessarily the most dependable person in the world, but the sisters are close, and so they are living together now to sort through and just kind of deal with the situation.
And then strange things start to happen. Callie, for whatever reason, seems to be drawn to this tunnel nearby her sister's house. And when she goes through it, at one point she sees a man just laying there that she thinks is a vagrant. The man played by Doug Jones, who most people will know from a variety of different things. Namely, he played Abe Sapien in the Hellboy movies. He played the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four 2. And in fact, he's actually slated, and it's already in the can, he's going to be playing the Slender Man in the Slender Man movie based on the video game.
Oh.
So it's definitely got the pedigree of actors in there as well. But so she walks by, and Doug Jones basically is surprised that she sees him, and essentially she tries to figure out why that is.
So as these strange things are happening, Trisha is dealing with the loss of her husband and the stress that it puts on her.
And the guilt.
And the guilt, because she's pregnant.
Exactly.
And obviously it's not his baby.
Right, right.
So you see her meditating and things like that, and her husband kind of comes to her every so often. At first you're not really sure if it's actually happening or if it's again, her guilt. It's an emotional realism movie, and a lot of the things that are dealt with are very internal, emotional things. It's a psychological movie. It's got a slower pace to it, and if the viewer allows themselves to really feel the emotions that the characters are going to, that's where you're really going to see the horror.
Absolutely. It's not a typical horror movie in that there's a scare every 5 minutes, or there's jump scares, or loud music blares that'll make you jump out of your seats. Mike Flanagan really takes the time to allow the movie to breathe, so to speak. He lets the characters really live in their world, and really, he'll leave a one-shot on the actors for a good long while to really let them get what they're feeling across, and he gives them time to do it. So it can maybe feel a little slow at parts, but it's not an aggravating slow. It's like, obviously this is a slower moment, but you're really into it because you get invested in the characters.
Right, and I was going to add too that when those pauses are taking place, depending on how into it you are, but if you allow yourself to get absorbed into the movie, those pauses kind of give you time to reflect and really absorb the emotions yourself too.
Exactly. And then, after all the weirdness starts to happen and Trisha starts to see her husband in different places and ghastly visages, honestly. And the movie uses CG to a great effect to enhance those visages, dark faces and things like that. It's very effective. And the angles that are used to play those moments are really clever and not usual. So I appreciated that, but then the twist comes when her husband actually shows up. That's when the back half of the movie picks up, trying to figure out where he's been, why he's disappeared, have other people disappeared, is it just in this town or is it everywhere? Without giving away too many spoilers, because we will have our opportunity to do that right there, as usual. Yes, ma'am, absolutely. So we'll cover that in that episode, but for now, It's just a really good movie. There aren't a huge amount of practical effects, a couple here and there, you know, a dead body, and Doug Jones uses his contortion abilities quite effectively. I think he actually gets paid by contortion, so I'm pretty sure they got away okay on this one. It might not have been too expensive, but ultimately it's a very good, very effective, moody movie.
It's a thinker and it's stark, but it's really good if you're into that kind of a thing. I mean, people that are into like guts and gore and slashers, and things that are faster paced might not be your thing, speed,
right?
But otherwise, it's very intelligent, very well made,
absolutely,
and very enjoyable.
Excellent. It's definitely worth a watch. It's one of those movies that if you were to see the box art, you'd see like 20 or 30 festival entries on it where it's been selected. So you know that that's generally a good indicator of a well-made movie. So
that it was.
Exactly. It definitely was. Definitely worth a watch. Check it out.
So thanks for watching this episode of The Horror Show. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and like us so that you can keep following along.
Absolutely, and follow us on Twitter. We're at HorrorShow666, or you can email us at thehorrorshow666@yahoo.com.
If you want to check out this movie, go ahead and click the link below and get a 30-day subscription for free to Netflix.
Absolutely. Remember to like, share, and subscribe the video if you appreciated it. We definitely would appreciate you doing that.
This week, we want you guys to leave a comment below with your favorite slow-paced horror movie.
Absolutely, and thanks again for watching, you guys. Stay scared. That was better that time?
Good job, guys.